Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. We are here at Fan Expo Canada with Jock.
Hey.
So, tell us a little bit about your favorite artwork that you've done.
Favorite artwork that I've done? Oh man, I've been really lucky. I've worked on lots of things that I've enjoyed. The first series was a series called The Losers with writer Andy Diggle for Vertigo. And that was our first thing at DC. And it ended up being made into a movie, so it kind of, you know, when you do your first, because I'm from the UK as well, so to get the first break in America, and it was our own series, and we didn't know how it was going to go, and it went really well. So The Losers holds a special place in my heart. But Batman Black Mirror with Scott Snyder, Witches with Scott Snyder, which is a create our own thing we do, a horror title with Scott. Yeah, you know, I've been lucky.
Awesome. Yeah, The Losers is awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So what's it like coming from like a UK background in comics and then coming over to North America?
It's there's been quite a few guys from the UK. You know, Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, Mark Miller, Dave Gibbons. Lots of guys sort of follow the route of working for 2000 AD, which is a British anthology comic, and that's what I grew up reading. I didn't grow up reading superhero comics. I grew up reading 2000 AD. Karen Berger from DC used to come over to the UK shows to sort of meet creators from 2000 AD basically, and that's how we, you know, the introductions were made. And yeah, I often wonder whether it's just like a slightly different mentality from creators from the UK, and you know, especially guys like Grant and Mark Miller. They'll come over and they'll maybe have a slightly different attitude towards superheroes than some of the more, you know, traditional kind of US-based writers, perhaps. So you know, British people maybe have a different sensibility, maybe, you know, which seems to suit comics because there's a lot of guys from the UK doing comics. So
fantastic stuff too.
Yeah, so I don't quite know what it is, but for me, it's you know, it's getting to draw Batman, getting to draw, you know, these big characters. It's, you know, it's an honor really to have the opportunity, and it's cool that in comics you're always able to bring your own voice to it. You know, that's I feel very lucky that that's the case. Yeah.
What's it like drawing an iconic character like Batman? Is there a lot of pressure with that, or?
No, I mean, if you think about it too hard, then maybe there could be, but it's important not to worry about that side of it. You know, it's like, you know, what's that phrase about sort of trying to hit a home run and you never do. You know, you've just gotta you know, be focused and enjoy the story that you're drawing, and just try and do the best work you can, and then maybe some of those stories sort of, you know, stay around and become, you know, like a couple of books I've done that, you know, that are still on the shelves now that you know, kind of are considered part of sort of Batman history now, you know, and that's an amazing feeling. But you can't shoot for that, you know. So just sometimes you just that's just the way it goes, you know. Yeah.
Now you worked on Batman Who Laughs, correct?
I'm doing that right now.
That's amazing. So what goes into, you know, crafting a character like that?
Well, with Batman Who Laughs, he's already established to a degree. This is his first mini-series, his first specific. I think there's a one-shot maybe that was about him, but this is the first chance that we've had to really bring the character out more. So it's a 6-issue mini-series, and yeah, you know, it's exciting. I just want to. It's funny, you know, you're asking me sort of what it's like, but actually, every single time I just want it to be the best thing I've done, you know, so that's my approach all the time. The character's amazing. We're bringing in a new Batman called the Grim Knight into it as well, and which is going to be fun. The Joker's in it. I don't know whether this is spoilers. I don't know whether that's
I was going to say, are there any hints?
You guys.
Are we allowed to know these things?
You know, this might be an exclusive. I don't know.
Oh man.
Actually, I did put a little picture of some layouts I did, and it had the Joker in it, and I think if you put 2 and 2 together, you'd realise that was for that series. But no, it's going to be fun.
That's awesome. Are there, like, visually, are you doing like, because the character's a very intense character.
Yeah.
Is there some interesting stuff that you get to try out with Batman Who Laughs in this?
Well, with because it's with Scott again, and the idea is that it's a bit of a bookend to Batman the Black Mirror, which was basically a horror story. We're very lucky to be able to do sometimes disturbing story in detective comics in the main Batman, you know, group, and this is definitely like a callback to Scott's more grounded stuff like that, rather than the big. He's been doing amazing stuff with Justice League, but it's very big and bombastic, and this is much more ground level. Batman's a detective again, you know. It's like, which makes it it's going to be hopefully quite creepy and dark and scary, and there's definitely a horror element to it. So my job is just to try and make the, you know, support that, you know, make it as scary as we can, you know, because the character's very dark. He's a very evil, you know, being. So yeah, it should be fun.
I'm excited to read it.
Thank you.
So last question.
Yep.
Who is your favorite character that you've ever drawn?
Judge Dredd. Because that's what I grew up reading. He was my first work. I got to work on. I was a concept artist on the Dredd movie.
Awesome.
Dredd is still my. Although Batman is kind of the easier. Batman's much easier to draw than Judge Dredd has loads of stuff, but still Dredd is still my favorite character. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you.
Do you have a Twitter, Instagram that we can plug to let everyone know where to check you out?
Yeah, it's Jock, the number 4 and 20, but I'm not a huge stoner. I didn't know that it's my company name. I didn't know it had these connotations when I set up in the UK. I don't know. And now it just looks like I'm a huge stoner. So yeah, Jock420 on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Jock.
You're welcome. Cheers.